started when I was 18, and that was in 2003. So in 2005, in between the 2 years, I kind of was, becoming more and more well-known in that sense. And at that point, nobody was advertising with bloggers yet. So I was one of the first to ever get a sort of advertiser. And I was very lucky in the start. I found this, my friend, who's now my friend, and in the past he wasn't. He was just a businessman trying to sell self-designed t-shirts, and he was really smart, and he told me, look, this is something that you can build into your career, and I think that you should start making money out of this. First thing you do is to start a portfolio with the stats that you have and who you are and what kind of content your blog has and stuff like that, and go ahead and sell yourself to clients. And so that's what I did, and yeah, that's how I started. This is kind of unfortunate, but I feel that when you say the word influencer, it's generally not a very positive vibe with people, and I hope that this is something that will change in future, because a lot of kids, especially nowadays, when you ask them what they want to be, they just say, I want to be a YouTuber. They see the kind of lifestyle that somebody like Logan Paul, for example, has, and they think, I want that. It seems easy. It looks like it's fun. You get a lot of free stuff. You get to mingle with the real stars, like the Hollywood A-list stars. They are even meeting up with internet people. Kim Kardashian, for example, does makeup tutorials with beauty YouTubers. So it's all something that seems like it's attainable. You don't have to have a viable talent or be a better singer than everyone else to be able to do it. You don't have to dance well. You just need to have a camera in front of you, and you can be the next Michelle Phan or Logan Paul or whoever else, or the next PewDiePie. So I think in general, overall, this doesn't give people a very good impression, because influencers tend to be very self-absorbed, and a lot of times I think the industry is still teething, and with the influx of money coming in, sometimes people tend to do more unethical stuff. Like, for example, if you are not popular enough, maybe you don't get enough advertising. So in order to be more popular, maybe you resort to eating Tide Pods or buying followers, So these are the kind of things that they do that people don't like, and they see it and they go it's a terrible industry, and that's why people have a kind of negative impression of influencers, I guess. I don't know if I see this becoming better or worse, but I think it's gotten worse over the years, to the point where most people just kind of it's almost like making a mockery out of influencers. Like, for example, I go out for dinner with my friends and actually see a group of female influencers that I don't know who they are, but they're just printing and they're standing on the chairs, take photos of their food and taking selfies of themselves non-stop when the food is just there. They don't care about eating, they don't care about talking to each other, they only care about taking nice pictures for their gram, right? And I think this also applies to not just influencers but regular people. And me and my friends were just oh, it's so disgusting, and I look at them and I think, am I like that? Is this how people see me? But sometimes I can't help it because I'm doing a food editorial, so I have to do that. Yeah, but when a regular person sees it, it's kind of annoying, and it looks very self-absorbed, and it's pretty irritating. I think definitely it's getting more and more difficult, because, as I said, the influencer, everyone wants to be an influencer. And people will use any kind of means to kick you out, from your spot. And just because you were once popular doesn't mean you always will be, or that you had good content before doesn't mean you always will have that. And yeah, so I think that it's getting harder and harder to make good content, and especially with a lot of things in the past. For example, my niche was writing good blog posts that with a good point of view that people find refreshing or honest, and I find it increasingly difficult to carry my niche over to Instagram, where people don't really read captions anymore. They just really seek a beautiful photo of a sunset, or a girl doing yoga pose at a beach. There's very content that I find myself unable to produce better than other people. So I think it's kind of frustrating for me. If I had a choice, I'd rather just go back to the days when, you know, long form blogging was, you know, more people are reading, actually doing reading, instead of just looking at a picture or looking at a few seconds of a video. Yeah, so I think that's why I have sort of like decided to focus more on YouTube, where I feel that people have more patience for a longer video instead of something on Instagram. Although most of my ads are on Instagram, and that's my main like so-called rice bowl, but I still think YouTube is a better platform for me. So yeah, it's harder and harder to answer your question. Yes, it's harder and harder, but I guess we just have to keep trying.